Okay, hello there everyone, we're finally live. Welcome to this week's episode of Barry Allen the Flash podcast. I'm here with my good friend, and as always, Savitar. We're going to be talking more about the game and a few other things. We've actually got written out plan like we did last week, as opposed to the first week where we had nothing and we just sort of randomly talked about topics for 2 hours. And that says it all. Interesting plan today, so we're going to start spamming people with the stream, and then we will get talking.
So, Kanan. Hi.
Hi.
You're still clipping in and out, even though I'm on the laptop on Wi-Fi. I think the universe hates me.
I think your Wi-Fi from the Speed Force is not very good, Savitar. That was such a cheap joke to make, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, gone.
Do you know what my Wi-Fi upload and download speed is?
No, I don't. I'm not sure it's like my place to know that either. So, yeah, today we're going to be discussing things revolving around Green Arrow, Caitlin, and even more stuff. So, should we start off with Caitlin's character?
I'm going to use my phone. It might make it easier.
Yep, so he's going to come back in a sec. I'll just quickly run through some of the stuff we'll be talking about. We're going to be talking about characters such as Caitlin, some other potential projects that could come along, and hopefully we will get somewhere where Savitar eventually finds good Wi-Fi in the Speed Force. It's a very sort of stupid way to phrase that. And welcome back, Savitar.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we can hear him now. You might want to put some headphones. You might want to put some headphones or something in. I can hear myself on his end of this.
1 sec.
So while he gets his headphones, let's see what we can finally discuss. The video output is low.
Okay, talk.
Test. Hello there. Can you hear me?
Well, that's not good at all. It sounds like you're far away in the background.
To be fair, at that point, my voice connection was on red. It's on green now.
Yeah, I'm going to go find another pair of headphones.
Just the one time we think we've got this all planned to start off with, and we actually don't.
Yep. Something else happens to just fuck it up.
Well, you know what I was saying about runtime, we don't have to worry about adding more to the plan anymore, because this has done it for us.
Step 1, the plan. Find your headphones. Step 2, the plan. Find different headphones.
Yeah, I
Step
probably
3,
should have.
throw away the plan.
I probably should have put that on the plan.
Yeah, well, it's like Snart said. There are 4 rules to a plan.
Make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off rails, throw away the plan.
Throw away the plan. It works in any situation.
It works in every situation, because let's talk about that quickly. After we sort of made the audition quote for that to be done, I went and just decided, you know what, I'm in the mood for just hearing Wentworth Miller say it as Leonard Snart. Someone took that clip and they called it The 4 Rules of Acting with Leonard Snart, and it's literally just him saying those 4 things. Which
really?
I find brilliant, because it's just like, you know what, that truly shows you it's applicable to any kind of situation.
4 steps of acting, you said?
Yeah, the 4 rules of acting is what someone sort of did for that. So that was interesting.
4?
Yeah, the 4 rules of acting.
4 rules of acting
with Leonard Snart. You can find the clip on YouTube if you actually wanted to.
I'm searching.
You're actually searching up the clip.
I got to hear this, innit? The Four Rules of Acting Red Snart, uploaded by Fred Chong Rutherford.
You're just
one
like,
sec.
I salute this guy. That's literally what goes through your head. You're just like, props to them, isn't it?
1 second. 1 minute.
You see exactly what I mean. Applicable to any kind of
The
situation.
top comment. Those can be the 4 rules of anything because life always goes SNAFU at some point.
Yep, it does. It all goes wrong at some point. So,
Yeah. Oh look, Kanan's Jedi Temple is live. Barry Allan, The Flash Podcast, Green Arrow, Caitlin and more.
yep. I'm not sure if OBS is liking me today. I need to close up some more stuff.
Don't ask me how Fred Chong doesn't have more subscribers. 62 subscribers.
They're the guy who uploaded that clip, aren't they? Are they the one who uploaded that clip you just watched?
Yeah.
Yep. No, that makes perfect sense, to be fair. That makes perfect sense. Because
Oh yeah.
literally, with these podcasts, that goes exactly the way. That's exactly how it goes every time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
That's just the way it is.
it is exactly that. It is exactly
But
that.
hell, I put something up on Reddit earlier, yeah,
Yeah.
and it was about it was about the CW 2017 crossover. I put
Don't
you know the whole
give me any spoilers here. If it is spoiler related, do not give it to me. Because I'm trying to sort of go into that crossover with like nothing apart from like occasional news articles which I've read. So don't say anything if you know it's actually related to spoilers.
Okay, what do you know about it? Because it's about like.
I
Okay, just
know
say what do you know about it?
I've not really looked at any kind of costumes or anything. I've seen like glances at the images. I know pretty much nothing.
So you don't know what was it? You don't know what happened on that Earth back in like 1940s.
No, so don't go giving any spoilers because I don't want to know about them.
Fuck.
I don't want to know about them
Yeah,
because I really want to go into
it's
this
about
blind.
the actual Earth itself. Because it's about the Earth itself. This is spoiler full. But all I'm saying is it's got 1.2k upvotes.
That
Double my
that
previous.
double the
Yeah,
previous
it's
crossover.
no. It's got it's got 1.2k upvotes, which is double that of my old top most upvoted post, which was 680.
Okay, so you've clearly done quite well. I've had a look at the auditions page
Yeah.
while we were sort of going over some of this, and there's actually a new audition and it's for Mirror Master. So we'll have a listen to that off once the podcast
Oh,
is done.
nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's someone using their British or Italian voice acting skills, considering like that is what we're out looking for.
That's for Mirror Master, isn't it?
Yeah,
The good
British or
old yeah.
Italian. Would love to sort of hear what an Australian version of him sounded like, but it's just like the guy is already bad enough. Let's just see if we can make him British.
Yeah. Oh God! Someone commented on my post. Felicity Snoke. Can't tell if it's a misspelling of Felicity's name or if it's a Star Wars reference.
Should we just go with it being all three at this point? Although let's actually get into the points of the podcast because we kind of
Yeah.
need to. We've been rambling on about just a load of BS for about 10 minutes now.
Yeah. Remember, there's only 4 rules to a plan. Make the plan,
Plan,
execute the
execute
plan,
the plan,
expect
expect
the
the
plan
plan
to
to
go
go
off
off
the
the
rails,
rails,
follow
follow
away
the
the
plan.
You always try to do it ahead of me. Just remember, you can't beat the god of speed.
No, because it sounds like we're doing it at the same time when on my end, so it might sound different on your end. I don't
Oh.
know.
Oh, fuck off.
um,
Yeah. By the time you
let's.
started saying, by the time you said execute, by the time you said execute a plan, I was going off the rails. As you were saying
Whereas it
execute.
sounded like the same
Yeah.
time for us. Let's talk about Caitlyn's character and attitude in the game, because that's the first point on the plan we've actually got. Hopefully we're not going to have to throw this one away, thankfully. It's one of the few situations you don't have to do that for. Let's talk about her character, bearing in mind,
Yeah.
like, there's currently still nothing
Yeah, we're
new
not
that
throwing away that. We're not throwing away that plan.
No, we're not throwing away the plan I've done for the podcast. That's just going to be suicide. Um,
Yeah.
realistically though, there's nothing really new on the whole like Caitlyn level besides the script I've made. So
Yeah.
just take a moment to sort of think about like what kind of attitude do you think she's going to have based on what we've talked about so far.
Well, in the game, if I remember correctly, she's not going to be as cold as people think.
No, she isn't. Like, I think I've sort of. Have we confirmed this for certain? I think Kane has said like there's no sort of killer frost in it, is there? And if he
Not if
hasn't
I remember
confirmed that,
correctly,
then
no.
we just have. I'm sorry. Nah, but like
Well, no,
realistically,
it's not. It's Kanan. It's not a bad accidental confirmation if it's denying something. So
true. But nah, I think it's sort of factual. Like we're not gonna go ahead and put Killer Frost in it. A lot,
yeah,
and there's a lot of stuff that sort of can go along with that. She's gonna have a very sort of cold personality towards some characters, particularly August.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's gonna have the reason, he's trying to. We've spoken about August before, so it's like not really worth trying to talk about him too much again, much as I'd want to. But realistically, there's nothing really that's going on. Like, there's nothing really to say
Mm.
in
Nah.
terms of that. Like, she obviously has a very hostile attitude towards him, and some will
Oh
argue,
yeah.
oh, what's sort of like the whole plan with Caitlyn, and if no one really knows what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. She's got like she's seen a lot at this point. Like
One sec. You're glitching in
it's
and
in
out
the
a
timeline.
second.
She's seen a lot, and she knows that there is a lot that has happened. My OBS keeps cutting out for fuck's sake. OBS work. It doesn't really seem to be having much of an effect on the stream. It only makes the video output go red. So thank you, you piece of junk.
Yeah.
Um,
Right, it was on Discord then, anyway.
It probably is. But no, like she really doesn't have that cold a character. In fact, I think she's sort of being like she's sort of appearing as in a way the mother of the group, which I find really intriguing because I really want to write sort of scenes where Wally is sort of he's confused in some ways, like what's happening, why is everything going like this, why is it all going like that, and he'll probably go looking to Caitlyn for guidance because she's seen like a very dark side of like the world that they're in.
Yeah.
So she'd probably be best
The
suited to go
secret
and give
side of her.
advice. Yeah, not necessarily secret because like people know, like you've
Well,
seen
yeah.
the latest episode. I think latest episodes. I mean they know that she's still got
Yeah.
parts of Killer Frost in her, but she's able to
Although
control
now,
it a lot more.
although now she's just Frost at the moment. She ain't done no killing yet.
I saw an interesting article the other day where they sort of released a bit of a synopsis for episode 9. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I'll give you a brief rundown. The headline was: Are the
Oh,
Flash
one second.
is the Flash trying to? You're there, right?
One second. Uh, description. I'm going to see this myself as well. One sec. Okay, just give me the link, please.
Link to what?
Because nothing's coming up.
Link to what?
The description.
Just
The description.
yeah. What do you need the link for?
Because I want to see this myself as well.
Oh, you mean the news
So I
page?
can,
I don't have the link for it. Nah,
fuck.
the headline of it was, I'll run you through this. The headline of it was is the Flash trying to kill off Caitlin Snow? And you know that very awful British person they cast to be the villain of, like, what was it, the 5th episode? Like this,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that weird criminal
Her.
goth lady. So she's back as, like, sort of one of the villains for the 9th episode, and she's kid. The synopsis already reveals this, and, like, people have seen it, so it's not really that much of a major spoiler. She's kidnapped Caitlin. She's hit her with some metahuman power dampeners, the cuffs. I'm not sure how the hell she got them. Don't ask me. It'll probably be answered in the episode. To do some sort of medical job. Now Iris is faced with a difficult choice, unfucking fortunately, because Barry has been trapped in this quote-unquote speedster-proof, end quote, prison by DeVoe. So the question is, who will Iris save? And people are thinking, like, she's just gonna leave Caitlin, despite the fact that she's chosen her to be a bridesmaid. It's actually interesting as in that she's just gonna. Iris is more cold in terms of personality than Caitlin. So, you know, do you think they'll
Really?
kill? Do you think they'll kill off Caitlin? Do you actually think they're gonna kill her off? I personally cannot see it happening because as they only really brought in Killer Frost at the end of last season properly. Then they've used it very little so far, and if she isn't going to turn into Killer Frost again before episode 9, which I doubt, like, that's a bit more of another wasted opportunity to use that character.
Yeah.
You had her in season 2 and she didn't really do much. She didn't do. I mean,
Yeah,
she did like a little bit of killing there, but that aside,
she never killed anyone.
oh, in season 2 she did in season 2 on Earth 2. She did a little bit of killing, like she killed these random street thugs, I think.
Oh.
Or something.
Oh, Earth 2, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you know, if they kill her off and they want to do stuff with Killer Frost's character again, like, it's not really going to work. You'll have to go pick her up from this other alternate universe. You'll have to try and do what exactly? And particularly because, like, they're giving her more the sort of go to another Earth, snatch up another one, and I don't know. But then also because of the fact
unclear.
yeah. Then there's the fact of, like, they're clearly trying to give her more of the badass side now that she's sort of, in a way, harnessed the powers of Killer Frost a bit. Like, she's able to control them. She's able to sort of resist the killing, and she can turn she can seemingly now turn into Killer Frost at will? ? So I don't actually think they're going to kill her.
Somewhat,
I do not.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
Remember the whole don't turn.
Yeah, but, like, she's sort of able to turn back at will, and I think she did that certainly towards, like, the end of the 4th episode. No, 5th episode even, sorry. And then, you know, you see that, and you're just like, okay, so why would they go ahead and kill off this character? Why are people going for that option? You know, they'll find a way to get Barry out so she can go save her. So he can go save her.
Yeah, Barry will probably end up phasing out or something when if they go to save Caitlin or something. They'll go save Caitlin, he'll just phase out or something stupid like that.
Yeah, but, like, he'll probably find a very implausible way to get out, considering, as the synopsis said, it's a speedster-proof prison or whatever, so he can't actually use his speed. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think they're going to kill off Caitlin's character, especially with the writing for her being so good this season. Like,
it could be a way.
I always liked her character in the show.
Damn it. It could be a way to show him thinking his way out and stuff. Because remember, the main villain, the thinker, the fastest mind against the fastest man alive.
Yeah,
That's
so
they're bragging about it as.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're trying to set up, and then obviously, because, like, they're not going to go kill off this character who's been there for so long and been there through so much. You know, she's been here for 3 whole seasons. He'll have been here for about, roughly half of the 4th season. It wouldn't really make sense to go kill her off so suddenly without this reason of apart from, oh, she went to work as a bartender and her boss isn't happy that she decided to quit. That's
Yeah.
literally the
It didn't
reason
really make
behind those two being enemies.
it didn't really make sense, except in a really twisted way, for Zoom to kill Henry, did it? Just it seemed like Hunter just made the decision in the moment.
No, I
Just
think he was sort of
ran.
always going towards it. He was always going towards it. Like, people say season 2 wasn't really that good. People are saying season 3 wasn't really that good. I enjoyed both personally.
Oh yeah, I love season 3.
Yeah,
It introduced my character.
and probably
I'm really
made him more
biased because of that.
made him more relevant than ever before. Even if
Oh yeah.
even if Iris is
Even if he's a merge, even if he's a merge of two characters, he's still more relevant.
yeah, even then, and then consider like people aren't happy with the way Iris goes. They think she's all this selfish sort of thing. I wouldn't really say it's going to be any different when it comes to like this episode of the show. So I'm probably not going to enjoy it as much. I think I'll probably go back and watch the crossover instead. So I'll probably go back and watch the crossover instead of the 9th episode, but I'll watch it anyway for plausibility.
Oh no!
So, as for her sort of character and attitude in this game, well, I mean, we can't really include her if she's fucking dead, can we? That's not really an option. And Savitar is indeed alive. So yeah, that's an article I saw, and it's no.
Really, you haven't heard me?
I didn't hear you just then.
Wow! Just wow!
Yeah, what did you say?
God damn it, Discord!
Yeah, what did you say?
Nothing. I was like, all right. Yeah, and at one point I was like, oh my god, because that's something I saw on Reddit, which I'll tell you about after.
Okay. Oh, is that because
I
like?
think it's a bit.
Is that because
it's about hackers and the darknet?
Ah.
Yeah. And I don't think Teco will be happy if he ever hears about it. It's due to the Australian government.
Ah.
Yeah.
But back to like the point of the podcast. We're not here to discuss political situations. That's literally what you see going on with like the characters nowadays, really, because like if they kill off Caitlyn in the show, unlikely as it is, then there is nothing we can do with the character, and we've sort of already planned her out as well. Like we've already cast her, so
No.
CW, if you kill her off, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, remember, it's a mix of CW and Rebirth, so she doesn't have to die.
True, but even then, because I actually like her character in the show, I'll still be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Because she's about 1,000 times better than Iris.
Oh yeah. Even though I like the canon West Allan, I ship Snowberry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're one of those people who decides to jump on this fucking ship, hitting things, huh? All right.
And then I don't poison chats about it though, do I? I don't just go spouting it's the best thing ever and that Iris should go in a hole and die. No, seriously, some comments I've seen before.
I'll give you some credit there, but so there.
Fan fiction is fan fiction. Canon is canon.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep, that's all you need. Because like, look at Caitlyn's character in the game and like look at it in the show. Both are gonna have these badass but caring personalities, and like I think that's what Caitlyn's designed to be. She's designed to be sort of the very strong but also at the same time vulnerable character, because she's suffered a lot of pain. Like arguably she's on par with Barry on how much pain their characters have suffered.
Yeah, I mean she's endured pain her whole life.
Yeah.
Her mother, her brother. She'll never get over that.
Did she have a brother in the show? Did she?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. Flashpoint made it so she had a brother, instead of just on Earth 2, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure she said something about a brother early season 3.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. I don't remember there being anything said about it, so I could be wrong. If you find a clip or something, let me know. Like if you find whatever find whatever the reference is, and like fair enough. But because again, he is on par with Barry for how much pain their characters have shared, and that gives them that's probably why they're such good friends as well, because
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense that like Barry's always looking like he's able to live with that pain. For someone who on with like Caitlin, who in a way can't, she doesn't want to live with it. She wants to get rid of it, and like I think she sort of sees Killer Frost in a way being that outlet for it. So
Yeah.
who knows really? People of all kinds of levels could go around and do things. Let's also just take a minute. Let's take a quick break from the podcast to celebrate, like, one of the dead directors came back to life today for about 15 minutes and didn't say anything. God
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Didn't say anything, didn't contribute to anything, despite the fact that there were all the at everyone tags, and then I tagged him personally, and he still didn't say anything. That's literally just something I thought we should mention.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 directors, one of them is dead half
I
the
think
time.
I think he's trapped in the Speed Force in real life.
Probably is. Probably is. He
Well,
comes
damn it,
out.
he's taken up my place in the Speed Force.
You're free.
I'm free.
Yeah, but you know.
Sounds bad.
So
That.
yeah, talking about characters who can live with pain. Let's talk about a potential Green Arrow fan game. I've sort of like briefly pitched the idea to you. I pitched it to Teko as well, who doesn't really want on board with it, but like you do. You're straight in for it. Let's talk about that quickly.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You had to make one of those jokes. But yeah, let's talk
you knew
about.
it was coming, just like she did. You
Dear
just can't lock it up. Yeah, I'm stopped now.
Yeah. But yeah, you really seem interested by the idea and the potential of it, and like a lot of the people from, mostly it's just people from like this game's team of about 10 people, because again, we've got a director who's pretty much dead and doesn't appear in apart from once every few 100 days.
Well, it's not that much, but
it's only gonna get worse. He's gonna disappear more and more often. But
I'm pretty sure he's he's in Egypt, yeah, and I'm pretty sure the school's up harder over there or something.
yeah, fair enough if he is. Fair enough. But like, yeah, Green Arrow fan game. Like, there's no kind of story pitch or anything. So feel free to say like anything you could imagine happening here.
I don't know.
You know, I don't know if you've seen it. I'm
Maybe
assuming.
we can have flash bleepers in it.
I don't know. I'm assuming you've seen Logan, right? I'm assuming you saw that film earlier this year.
No, I haven't seen Logan.
Haven't you?
No.
You really haven't. You are missing out. But I'll have a go at you for missing out on that later. Basically, like this whole idea of like Logan it was like, Wolverine. He's grown old, and like it's sort of a road trip film. It's him taking one last big mission, and he's sort
Oh yeah,
of
I know
like
that much.
yeah, it's sort of like he's the soldier who's gone home, who's trying to now live a normal life. He's tired of the fighting. I could sort of imagine a Green Arrow fan game going that way. I could really imagine it because it would work really well. But it would work. It would work well. Like you could imagine that because Oliver is like this darker hero. He knows what he's doing, and then you consider all of this to every kind of level, and it makes perfect sense for this whole thing to go ahead. Like he is a broken man, basically, and like it's understandable as to why he's endured a lot of pain. He's seen so much. He's done so much.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So there's that whole thing, and then it's the whole idea of imagine a Logan game where it is this character who's just looking to sort of go home, where he's looking to finally move on and not have to do this. And like, you've seen you've not watched season 6, which you really of Arrow. Sorry, you've not watched Arrow at all, but like in the 6th season, you sort of see echoes of that. Like he feels like he's finished his fight, and something will force him back into it. And that's pretty much what happened with
No.
Logan in the film. So, you know, it's a perfectly plausible solution that it could go this way.
Huh.
But if it weren't to go that way, I think I'd like to focus on like one of his other villains, like potentially even Vigilante as one of the main villains for the game.
Huh.
Hey, maybe even one of the mercenary characters like Komodo. Right, so it's a whole sort of big deal sort of thing, and then consider everything that has happened. So that's pretty much how I could see it going. Like focusing on like
Alright.
these lesser villains from the seasons, perhaps. There's literally not much we can talk about there. So we'll move on to the next point. There is a lot. There is a lot we can talk
Yeah.
about here.
One sec.
Okay, something tells me you're about to do something. Okay, that's enough of a silence. Like, here's what I could really imagine happening, though, and it is this completely. Savitar, you still there? Right, he's had to... I think he may have had to mute a sec.
Okay, so I just listened to the Mirror Master audition. It sounds quite good, but I can't place the accent.
I thought
I
I
can't
thought we were
place
gonna
the
listen to that and
accent.
discuss it afterwards. Let's move on to the next point.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's talk about.
I thought I'd get one step ahead.
Okay, fair enough. Let's talk about like
Yeah.
the fact that you finally have the first draft of like the sequel story. You've seen the first draft. Mohammed's first draft. Kane has seen the first draft. Of the 3 people who've seen it, besides me, because I'm the one who made it, it has 2 approvals. It has yours and Mohammed's. So what do you think of it like so far? What do you think about like the whole storyline it's going for and everything like that?
I think yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
You know, there's a whole lot of like idea and potential around that. Like, it's meant to basically be this whole sort of thing where it shows, oh, they're these characters and they have reasons for doing what they're doing, and that's something I really enjoy exploring because, you know, you look at these characters and you look how flawed they can be. And then with what you know about like the main villain and stuff off of the game, Mohammed's clearly interested in it because I'll read out a message he sent to me, and I'll quote. And this is a direct quote, by the way. Hey, nope. But if you do it, we should make it awesome, cool, and interesting, so more people can feel it and love it. So, you know, he really is intrigued by the whole thing. And then I gave him the quote I said to you on last week's episode of this podcast. We still don't really have a name for it. That Godspeed's character is like intentionally being left unfinished. So, you know, you've got to make it intriguing enough, but you've got to leave enough mystery to keep people coming back. And that's one of the things I'm really personally interested by. Because how
Green
many
Arrow, Justice in the Streets.
I'm talking about like the sequel here.
Oh. Dylan, idiot. So I'm tired.
Yeah, you've been at college all day, so that's understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sorry.
he's seen he's seen the draft. Kane has seen the draft. He's just like meh. He doesn't really say anything per standard. Then you and Mohammed seeing it, you're both
No.
just like, holy shit, this is good. We should do this.
Pretty much.
But you really want to try and get characters like Reverse Flash to have these bigger roles, and it's just like I've said to you before, like I feel everything you can do with the character is done. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Well then, I just come across something and someone describes someone as he was a cult leading serial killer. Flashback season 3.
What? Where did that come from?
That's a guy called Charles Manson. Someone
Oh,
put a tweet up, but had the pleasure of meeting Charles Manson at a charity do once. He was surprisingly down to earth and very funny. Someone said, "I don't get it. What am I missing? This is the one joke Limmy's been doing for a while. When a popular figure dies, he'll post the exact tweet, the name changed, often leading to outraged replies from people not in on the joke." Someone said, "How do people even get outraged? Such a tame and positive, unless I'm missing something." Tweet. Someone said, he was a cult leading serial killer.
Okay,
He
yeah.
literally
He was some sort of like serial killer who killed like a load of people. I don't really know the whole thing behind it.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're talking about serial killers on podcast.
Because it has some relevance. You'll see why. So he led a cult at some point. Well, if Savitar does make an appearance like he does in the show, we're going to have to make some reference to that.
Yeah, obviously there are like references, and that's another intriguing thing. Is like there are these characters who were both original, or that I have created, and I've got brief ideas for, and
No.
and then you've got these characters who people already know and love, maybe in some cases hate, and I've
I mean, love and hate, they're so close. It's easy to mistake one for the other.
yeah, like I've put in, I think I've counted, it's roughly like 25 characters, and that's only like the first sort of character roster for it. So it's going to be it'll
How
be
many?
very interesting to do, but also because I've kept tabs on like all the characters and the auditions, it's just like, who are we going to put into this new one? Sequel? Who are we going to put into what is currently going on? Like
No.
if that happens, and then you've got these questions, these obvious ones of like, how are these characters going to work together if they team up? What's the threat? And it's just like, I know what sort of the threat will be, and you've got a brief idea as well, because we sort of discussed like the character last week.
Yeah.
Like it's very interesting as to what you choose to do. So that'll be something I'm looking forward to exploring as well.
Oh yeah.
That said, however, well, let's talk about some more stuff to do with the sequel. Like, we could talk about some potential characters who will be appearing. We've said Wild Dog. I think we can reveal some of the minor characters who will be there. Cisco, Caitlin will be back. Wild Dog will make an appearance. I think a lot of people who like Darrow will be pleased to know that Colton Haynes' character, Roy Harper, will be in the game.
Who?
Of Arsenal from Arrow.
Colton Haynes.
Colton Haynes.
No, Roy Harper. He said.
Yeah, he was the actor. He was the actor who played Roy Harper.
Alright, fair enough.
And he'll be in. His character will be in the game, so that will be something people really will hopefully enjoy seeing. I remember a lot of people, and myself included, were disappointed that he left, and so I wanted to sort of. I'm kind of glad you've got people like Techo bringing him back into these all sorts of medias, and we've nowhere near garnered as much attention as Techo has with his game. But then go around and consider this, and it's just like, what other characters can you put in there? That I'm even going to potentially like make another draft for it, and it's going to be a lot more deadly. It gives room for a lot more characters to return. Anyway, anything else you want to say about the sequel, or shall we move on to our next point? Like, bearing in mind
Yeah,
we've only been
yeah,
going for about 40 minutes. This is turning out to be the
yeah.
shortest podcast yet.
Oh yeah, it will be because I have got to go soon. Not too soon, though. I've got about half hour left.
Yeah,
So I've
well,
got to go. So yeah, it will be the shortest one. It's still over an hour, so
yeah,
hell, we've been going for like what, 45 minutes now.
nah, 40.
Oh, have we?
Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 42 minutes. Crap.
but yeah. Oh, damn. Right, now that my throat is cleared, thank fuck. Um,
Uh,
let's talk about this game's story a bit more. Like, we've sort of said briefly what's going to happen before, I think. Like, it's just debatable as to how much we can reveal for it.
oh, pardon me. Yeah.
Let's talk about the game's story. Like, we've mentioned it follows Rebirth, and we've mentioned it takes elements from CW. People know this. I don't know if they care. I might actually
Say that
have to.
again.
People know, obviously, that this takes elements from Rebirth and CW, and we're trying to combine them together. So,
Yeah.
I'll let you explain this bit. You can explain like what sort of the basic outline of the story is if you want.
It takes one of the I'm not saying what it is because of course don't want to leak anything,
Yeah.
but
Well, you're the director. You can decide
um
what gets just revealed or
yeah,
not.
I prefer not though. I don't want to get what's the word um
Hate.
not hate. I don't want to get what's the word, just like little jabs here and there. Oh, you revealed the story. Poke, poke. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
1 second.
Okay. Now that you've returned, I'll let you get on with it. As soon as I can hear him again. Come on. Well, while we wait for my voice connection to fix, we really should start doing these over Skype or something better than Discord. And waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay, Savitar, can you hear me? Okay, well, while we wait for him, the story basically is loosely based off of a comic. We're choosing to bring in CW elements into it, such as characters and everything similar. We're choosing to bring in versions of characters like that. We're also trying to create new versions of these characters who work well also. And we're also bringing in characters from other comic storylines as well. So we're all looking forward to that. Savitar, can you hear me? This is going well. Sorry for the delay, everyone. We're still waiting for Savitar, so I'll carry on without him for this bit of the podcast. So while we choose to follow this sort of storyline in the comics, we're bringing in new original elements. We're giving characters, or at least our versions of them, their own backstory, as well as trying to stay close to like Arrowverse canon. So we're not going to go ahead and like directly defy any kind of stories they've done, and we're not going to try and retcon anything either. What we are also looking to do is like we're working to sort of continue to increase the cast. We're going to keep bringing in new characters. We're going to have new kinds of ideas and elements for them that will be included. So we will soon wait and see. I'm hoping he's not gone off to listen to another audition without while we're still on podcast. Which he shouldn't have, considering there haven't been any new ones since the Mirror Master one. So I think that is everything talking about that. Now we just need to have him hurry up and come back already. Okay, guys, we're going to sort of pause the podcast here, I suppose, until we see him return. So just bear with, we'll be back shortly.